Wall peeking, such a fundamental and useful technique in Brawl Stars, surprisingly has a lot of complexity to it. Depending on which brawler you pick will vary in attack patterns, affecting the brawler's overall ability to wall peek. In order to properly explain what I mean by this, I selected the 4 brawlers Nita, Sandy, Ems, and Poco to properly demonstrate how to wall peek with 4 different attack patterns to help you win more of your games in Solo Showdown. But before we do get into the games, I would like to quickly say that if you do like what you see or you have any further questions regarding this video, feel free to jump into my Twitch streams. I stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The links are down in the description below. With that out of the way, let's hop right into the first game. Okay, so spawning in the bottom right corner of the map, and we do have a box just over there to our left, and also just one down below us. We will go for the one over here, see if we can grab this one pretty easily. There's also a Primo over there with 1 power cube that he just got, and he's fighting a Robo Spike. Now, this is a really good spot for us to be in, because we have so many walls that we can use for cover, and that we can also wall pick around. But we don't really have to do that here, we can just pinch this Primo with the help of the Spike. The Spike's going to get into bursting range, but because we did manage to dodge his shots for the most part, and he used his attacks really sort of prematurely, we were able to take him out and get 2 more power cubes off of the Primo and the Spike. So, not too many instances of wall picking there, just because it's early game. Normally in the early game it's very difficult to get like setups like that, just because people are going for power cubes and they go for a lot of early game kills to try and see if they can get a better position, or if they can clear some more players off the bat in the beginning of a game. So, we do need one more shot to get our super here. We do have a Colt. This is actually going to be really good for us, because we should be able to demonstrate exactly what I'm trying to talk about when it comes to wall peeking. Although if he does go to the top of the map there and take the robot with him, then he'll probably not. Yeah, we won't have any walls here to actually take cover behind in order to take him out. But he did just take out the robot there. We'll see if we can maybe throw our bear out. We did throw it back a little bit too far, but we still managed to take him out there. He did have 8 cubes, so we will be able to grab 3 of them, and we will have 6 cubes to go into the rest of the game with. I'm going to do my best here to peek behind these walls to try and hit this Gene. The Gene has his pull now, so I'm going to try and stay as far back as I can and let the robot go for the Gene instead. He has his pull. He's going to just look at me to try and use it, because he wants to try and pull me into the robot. Although if we could try and juke it, so right there we managed to juke his pull by going into the storm, and now we can just safely go to the bottom right corner of the map and reposition, heal up a little bit, and see if we can go for somebody else that doesn't deal with the robot. I got a Penny right here. I'm just going to come out of these bushes, try and hit her a bunch of times. Right here's a good opportunity for us, because we can just clip around the walls here ever so slightly. She's just going to run into the open. We're going to be able to finish it off here. Grab the kill, and we managed to take the first place victory there pretty easily. I don't think I really covered too well, or I tried to explain as best as I could how to peek with Nita, but basically because Nita's attack is really wide, and when you peek just slightly over a wall and then shoot, you can sort of like get your attack to sort of curve around walls, especially around corners. You can get attacks to hit your enemies. So I did kind of showcase that against the Penny, but not too much anywhere else. I'm going to move on to Sandy now to show you how it works with Sandy, because Sandy's attack is a little bit different. So let's hop into the game and see how it goes. Okay, so we're spawning in the bottom left corner of the map with Sandy, and we do have a box over there and also a box over here. We're going to go for the one just here on the right, because there was a Rosa that spawned right next to that one, and there's no way we're going to deal with a Rosa, because she's just going to bully us out of getting that box. So we'll just settle for 1 power cube, and now that we have 1 power cube, we're going to try and go for her. Now, Sandy's a little bit more trickier than Nita, just because his wall peeking mechanic is slightly different, and I will showcase that right now. So let me show you, let's take out this Rosa here, or at least try to take her out and get the distance on her. We should be able to finish off here and just take her out. We do have this power cube now in our possession, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition myself, go to the bottom left corner of the map. I'm not going to deal with the barley right now, because we don't need to. I'm going to show you something that's pretty interesting about Sandy's mechanics. So, if we just shoot right here, as you can see, let me shoot one more time. So if I shoot, watch how the left hand side of my attack comes out first. So the attack that comes out on this side of the attack, see how the sand sort of starts from the left, and then the right hand side catches up a little bit more. So with that mechanic, you can actually peek around walls like that. So if I try to just peek like this, you can sort of see that my attack, if you can see my cursor, it sort of curves around this wall pretty nicely. So you can actually use that to your advantage if you know how to time it well and how to angle it properly, and you can get some really interesting damage, because the attack doesn't really start where it should, and you can actually get a little bit of damage around walls. But it only works if you use the left hand side of your attack, because the right hand side of the attack comes a little bit afterwards. It sort of like catches up later. So we'll see if I can demonstrate that on an opponent. So we're going to hit that Barley twice, again very weak, to hopefully get someone else to kill him like that Leon. And now the Leon has to deal with this robot, so what we can do here is take out the Leon instead. Now he's got 100 health. He's going to end up dying to the robot if he doesn't die to us, so he will be able to grab these cubes here. He did grab one of them. We managed to finish him off there pretty easily, and now we have 6 cubes. I'm going to try and go for this Barley. Actually, we do have a robot spawning right over there. I was going to throw my sandstorm to try and get really close to the Barley, but because the robot is there, I don't want to. We do have a bull here. I'm going to throw out my sandstorm now, and I'm going to go up for the bull, because that would probably be the better idea. This Barley did hit us there. We're going to get really close to him, just burst him down with all 3 attacks. He does have medical use, so he's able to heal up in time, but it's not going to be enough because we will be able to finish him off there pretty easily. The robot's in the storm. The bull is down here. I'm just going to try and take out this robot here with all 3 shots because we do enough damage to do so. And now we have 12 cubes. We're able to hit this bull here really easily because we have the range. So GG's to him. We will be able to take another first place victory with Sandy this time. I do quite like exactly how I explained to you Sandy's attack, obviously, because his mechanic is really interesting. Obviously, the left-hand side of his attack is, for some reason, it comes a lot quicker than the right-hand side of his attack. So if you're able to line that up really nicely around walls and you can practice that angle, it can be very, very useful when taking out different brawlers with that wall picking strategy. It's a little bit different to Nita because Nita's is a lot easier to line up, while Sandy's is a little bit trickier. But with that being said, let's hop into our game with Ems now, and I'm going to show you guys how you can wall peek with Ems. Okay, so spawning in the bottom right corner of the map with our game of Ems. Now, we do have a box just over there that we might be able to go for, but I will check the bottom corner if someone tries to contest. We do have a Leon here, which we should be able to just burst down really easily because he's not very smart and doesn't understand that Ems does have a lot of burst potential. Now, we're going to show you guys how you can actually wall peek with Ems, because as you can see, when you use your attack, it actually starts off really short and then it just grows progressively larger as it moves over time. So as you can see, it goes really small, but then it gets progressively bigger. So what can you do with this, you may be asking? Well, with these little narrow corridors like this, as you can see, you can actually get your hairspray to sort of clip around the corner right there. The hairspray did clip around the corner there a little bit, and you're able to actually hit people behind walls that you probably shouldn't be able to. It's kind of like an interesting wall picking mechanic that you can use. So I'm going to try and showcase that against a brawler, maybe this Mortis here. So we're just going to be able to hit him right there, maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to keep going for some shots. He is just hiding behind the walls really well. I'm going to be able to hit him a lot here. He's just going to dash towards me. I'm going to use my super to take him out, just because I can't be bothered trying to use another hairspray to finish him off there. And we're going to check these bushes here to make sure there's nobody in here trying to wall peek as well. So Spike is right here with 6 cubes. We've got a bull with 6 cubes as well. I'm going to hold my ground here. I don't really have much to do. If the bull tries to peek me, I can peek him back like I am right now. Just making sure the hairspray clips around the wall. Right there, we managed to hit him twice. Even though he was behind the wall, we still managed to hit him because Ems' attack can peek around the walls like I am showcasing right now. Unfortunately for us, the robot did just spawn there. The bull is actually going to take it though, which is perfect, because now what we can do is actually bully him for the power cubes. So we can chase him around the map, make sure he doesn't grab these cubes, or if he does grab them, he's going to take them at the price of charging our super instead. So he's put himself in the corner here. He did grab these 9 cubes, but he has taken a lot of damage and put himself in the corner of the map. So what we're going to do now is just hold our ground here, try our best to get this other robot to go after the ball. I'm going to try and hit him. This robot isn't going to go for him, it's going to go for me, unfortunately, because he managed to push us out just a little bit more than we were able to push him. I'm actually going to single out this Tara here. She'll be able to burst her down pretty well if she tries to get into my range. We're going to use our super here, and then we are going to get taken out by the robot. So unfortunate for us that we did get taken out by the robot there, and only managed to pick up the 3rd place, but I still really liked how he demonstrated Ems' attack and how that one can wall peek around walls. We did try to use it on the bull when there was like those walls towards the end game. We managed to hit him a little bit, even though he was fully behind the wall. So overall, pretty solid game. Let's hop into a game with Poco now, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're spawning in the top left corner of the map, and we do have a box to our right and a box below us. Now we will try and go for the player down here, which is a Rico. So if I do my best here to try and chase him around, try and get some damage off, we are able to hit him there with some wall peeking tips there, which I will get into explaining just in a moment here once the Rico does leave us alone. So first things first, Poco is definitely one of the hardest brawlers to wall peek with because of the way that his attack behaves and the way that it looks like. So the best way you can compare Poco's attack is to an Ems or a Frank. M's in the sense that when you do shoot, as you can see, it starts off really small and then it turns into a very large funnel. But Frank in the sense that obviously is a very similar attack to him. It's a pretty widespread funnel, and it also has like very similar range to him. So that's also another thing you got to keep in mind. So what does this mean, you may be asking? Well, you can actually wall peek with Poco like you would wall peek with Nita, as you can see how I'm doing here. You can sort of peek around the wall just like that if you line it up properly. Although with Nita you would normally shoot straight down. With Poco, you want to sort of shoot like this. You want to get so that the line of your attack is straight, or try to get it as 90 degrees as possible, because right there you can sort of get a little bit of the music notes curving around the wall, which can be very useful when taking out players. So we did just get a max to approach us, but we have our super now, so we can use that to heal up if we need to, if anyone tries to push us. Okay, so we do have this max here just trying to chase us here, doing about 1,100 damage per shot, which isn't too crazy. Obviously Poco is a very mediocre brawler when it comes to solos, but we still managed to take that max out because she didn't play it very well, and we also didn't have to use our heal, which is really nice. So now that we have our heal in 3 cubes, we're going to head towards the middle of the map, see if we can maybe take out some players, see if we can maybe use the wall peek in action, although I'm pretty sure that I explained it quite well, just demonstrating it on the walls just earlier. So I'm actually going to head into the storm here, keep an eye on the robot. It's going to go for somebody else, which is exactly what we wanted. We do have a Daryl right here. I'm just going to use my heal to try and heal up a little bit, see if we can maybe get this Daryl off of us. He is just going to let us die to the storm, I think. We are going to almost survive there. We did get the 3rd place, which is pretty much expected. Poco is so weak in Showdown right now. It's pretty hard to deal with him, but I still think I got my point across in how you can wall peek with Poco, and also how you can wall peek with Ems, with Sandy, and with Nita. So Nita, definitely the easiest one to do. You just have to shoot. Just the moment you peek behind the wall and then just duck behind it again, you take as little damage as possible, but you also deal enough damage. Sandy's attack, it does come out and start from the right, so obviously with that knowledge you can sort of peek people if they're on the left hand side of your screen. Then when it comes to M's attack starts off very small, but it grows much bigger. So if you're able to line it up properly, you can sort of hit people around walls in ways that you probably shouldn't be able to. And then finally with Poco, very similar to M's, it starts off small and then grows a lot larger. But you can also wall peek with Nita if you line it up properly. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because I do these how to win style videos every Tuesday and Thursdays. So if you do like what you see, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications. And if you have any further questions, feel free to pop into my Twitch chat. I stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The links are down in the description below. So if you have any suggestions, or you have some feedback, or maybe you want me to play certain brawlers or maps or modes, then let me know on my Twitch. It's the best place to contact me when I'm live, and we can maybe have a discussion and see how it goes. But that's going to be it for me today, guys, and as always, keep sweating. Okay, he can actually hit me there. Give me my super.
Bye, have a great time.
Oh, no way! No way! There's no way! No way, dude! I'm actually insane! I'm actually insane, dude!